When I was incredibly depressed, there would be very few times where I would actually leave the house to do anything, let alone socialize. I would be too anxious to even pop around to the corner shop to pick up some milk most of the time. That was like a mountainous task which I had to really hype myself up for. My day-to-day would literally just be me sitting in my room, playing video games, being very purposeless, being very lost, being very miserable. There was one constant in my life for the years periods where I was feeling this way, and that was the fact that every single Sunday I would be picked up by my dad and we would go and eat some pizza and go around to his place and play video games together, watch some YouTube videos, watch some movies. My mum and dad split up when I was very young, probably around 7 years old. I'm not entirely sure of the exact age. And there's probably a lot of unresolved trauma, and that is a can of worms which I am not willing to open up right now. Yesterday I was gratitude journaling as a part of my morning routine, and I've been reading a book called Good Vibes, Good Life, and it's a very entry-level self-improvement book that I would recommend to literally everyone. I'm about halfway through right now, and I love the way Vex King, who's the author, writes. It resonates with me really well. It's very easy to read, it's very digestible. I'm not very good at reading, so it's very important that the writing is easy for me to read. There's even some pictures. There's some pictures in there for me, which is very nice. I like looking at the pictures. But I was reading a chapter on gratitude and the practice of gratitude and gratitude journaling. And he wrote that when you're doing it, picture your life without the thing which you're grateful for. And so I sat there in the morning yesterday and I pictured what my life would have looked like in that period of time without seeing my dad every Sunday, which was quite literally the only time I left the house and the only thing I looked forward to. I sat there and I cried for 20 minutes straight. I was actually really trying to get hyped up for the gym. Really trying to get hyped up for the gym, but shit just hit me like a ton of bricks. Like, that period of my life and those Sundays I spent with my dad were very underappreciated in my brain. I didn't actually realize the importance of that until I really sat down and thought about it yesterday. I'll read you what I put in my gratitude journal. I didn't actually write much. Most of it was me just thinking in my head and just thinking, like, what would my life have been like without that? And to be honest, like, I had nothing else to look forward to, so who knows? Who knows how big of a part that those Sundays played into me still being here? Because you just have so many bad days and nothing to look forward to, and that can be enough. Today, I am grateful for my dad. Despite his flaws, I value him very highly and love him. My times with him every Sunday were quite literally the only times I left the house and the only thing I looked forward to during my darkest days. I think it's actually really underappreciated how much those Sundays meant to me. I remember sitting in the car and immediately feeling more comfortable, more happy, driving, making conversation, and punching each other in the arm when we saw a yellow car. Thank you, Dad. When we would drive to his house on the way, every time we saw a yellow car, we would do something called yellow car, yellow punch, which is where the first person who sees the yellow car gets to punch the other person in the arm. And it's just dumb shit like that. I mean, they were some of my only social interactions outside of ones where we were talking about how ill I was and how sad I was. And again, just imagining that period of my life without those Sundays, who knows where I would have been? Who knows if I would be here now? Because just thinking about it, it really did mean so much to me during that period of my life. Being in new environments, being able to socialize, and just being with my dad doing like dude things, getting out of the house. I think the role of the father is insanely underappreciated in today's society, and it is not a replaceable role. You can't replace the father. The mother can be as awesome and amazing as she wants, as she can be, and my mom is incredibly awesome and amazing, but she could never replace the father. No one could. And so I'd like to also say here that I'm also very grateful for my mother for allowing me to see my dad during this period of my life, despite the difficult circumstances. I'm grateful that she wasn't one of those very bitter modern day women who deprive their children of being able to see their father, because I don't think there's anything more detrimental to the growth and the upbringing of children than not having a father figure. People like to talk about privileges, white privilege, male privilege, straight privilege, whatever the fuck Twitter's talking about nowadays. I don't listen to that noise. But I think the biggest privilege and the biggest head start you can have in life is a father figure. And to not have that is very sad, and it puts you at a big disadvantage early on in life. Do not downplay the importance of the father figure. The mother and the father have to come together in unity to raise the child in the correct way. If you're getting too much of one or too less of the other, there's going to be an imbalance, and there has been a big imbalance for me. I've been incredibly mothered. I've been incredibly comfortable my entire life up until I have began to spread my wings a little bit now. But it's like an uphill battle because of that. A lot of people who had a father figure hasn't had to worry about this pursuit. But I'm going to once again bring it back to gratitude, because I am very grateful for the slow start I had to my life and the very hard times I had, because hard times create strong men. And I am now on an incredible growth trajectory. I'm doing a lot more of the right things and a lot less of the wrong things, where a lot of people aren't even thinking about this stuff. So to end this video, I'd like to say I'm incredibly grateful for my mother. I'm incredibly grateful for my father. I am incredibly grateful for the hard times I went through to reach the point that I'm at now. And I'm also grateful to you for watching this video. I hope you found some value. I hope you found it insightful. If you're not already, join the Discord. Follow me on Instagram, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care, guys.